Hello, I'm Alessandro Fabris from the FINDHR project, a research project funded by the European Union that offers open methodologies, tools, and training. And we offer free courses on fairness, accountability, transparency, and ethics of AI-based human recommendation. And this video is a brief summary of our training course and of the 6th module on fair information access. So what do your favorite search engine, social and e-commerce platform have in common? Well, all of them have a powerful information access system at their core, which is retrieving items you are looking for, providing recommendations, favoring discovery of a variety of items, so many items that without this powerful system, these platforms would be close to useless. Now, one of the peculiarities of information access system is that there are many stakeholders. First, there are item producers, such as a brand placing a product on an e-commerce, or a content creator posting a video on a platform. And next, there are item consumers, and this could be a prospective customer buying a product, or somebody visualizing a video on a social platform. And to complicate the picture further, we also have information subjects. And these are potentially, for example, the people who are featured in a video and who may benefit or suffer from exposure of this video. And a fair information access needs to be fair to all of them and take into account all of their needs, which is a very complicated task. And to do this, the main leverages of an information access system, or IAS, are exposure and attention. So at its essence, the core business of an information access system is to take the attention of users and help them direct it towards items that are relevant for them, that they find interesting. And at the same time, to grant item producers exposure for their items in such a way that they will benefit from it, for example, from clicks, from views, and from purchase events. And where search engines do this by ranking items. They rank items all the time. Web search engines, for example, do rankings billions of times in a single day. The way this works is that consumers devote a lot of attention to items at the top of a ranking, while items at the bottom are frequently neglected. Just think about how often with a search engine you even consider looking at the second page of the search engine results. Probably very seldom. And this phenomenon is connected to automation bias, and there's satisfaction signals that we need to interpret to be able to understand consumers, and to understand producers, we need to understand how they profit from a search engine or an information access system, the discoverability of their items. So overall, this makes it even more challenging for an IAS to be fair to all of its stakeholders. So to put things in focus and simplify a little bit, let's consider item producers, and let us try to be fair to them. What does this mean? Well, for example, if we think about individual fairness, we want two job seekers in a job search scenario. We would like two job seekers with similar qualifications to receive the same exposure from the information access system. If we think about groups, however, then maybe we start thinking about diversity. So we may care that job seekers from different nationalities also receive a similar amount of exposure to reflect the diversity of job seekers in the pool of candidates. And balancing these requirements is far from trivial. And we need to take it into account, and to take into account fairness. And this is because over the last 10 years, more or less, a lot of research has convincingly shown that systems developed without fairness in mind will end up discriminating or putting to at a systematic disadvantage certain individuals or certain groups. There are many concurrent factors contributing to discrimination. So first, even if an algorithm doesn't take a sensitive attribute directly as an input, it doesn't mean that this attribute does not have an influence. In fact, this information can be available through proxy features. So the nationality of a candidate can be also captured by their name, their spoken languages, and maybe even their education in a CV. So stating that an IAS, or more broadly an algorithm, is fair with respect to ethnicity because it does not use this information as an input is an invalid and naive argument. Second, data-driven algorithms are only prepared to handle data that is similar to what they have already seen. So this means, from a practical perspective, that they work well for majorities, but they tend to not work so well for minorities. In the hiring domain, a technology that is gaining traction is automated video interviews. And here candidates answer questions in front of a camera, and their videos are then analyzed automatically by algorithms which produce rankings for recruiters. Key technology here is speech to text, which unfortunately performs poorly for people with unusual accents and speech impairments, precisely because these people and their peculiarities are not well represented in training sets. Third, the use of certain features can lead to disadvantages for certain groups. Staying in the recruitment domain, employment gaps in CVs are often considered negatively and penalized by certain algorithms. And unfortunately, work gaps are more common for people who take on caregiving responsibilities, and more often than not, these are women who thus run the risk of being penalized and downranked by job search engines because of this. So overall, information access systems are key and pervasive in a world where content just keeps increasing. And a lot of work is being done to ensure that these systems support shared benefits for all of their stakeholders. So if you want to find out more, we have you covered. And more information is available in the description of this video, including various ways of accessing the entire course.